That's a wicked crate. Hey, handsome. Hey.
Good boy, Humphrey.
Oh, you're a stunner. You're a stunner. Right, let me take him.
Yeah.
Then you can
I'll
grab
just
your
quickly-
tea. That's nice,
I've
isn't it?
got, I mean, I know you do, but every lead to man and 3 different harnesses. But we've stopped walking him on a harness now because
Yeah,
I think
okay.
he's better on a.
I bet he's a monster
collar.
on a harness, isn't he?
He is because he's really strong.
Yeah. He's in a rush. You're in a rush. What's his name?
Humphrey.
Humphrey. For fuck's sake. Oh, jeez. This is not fun.
I think he probably just needs to.
Yeah, I bet he does. How old is he?
4. He's just turned 4.
Just turned 4.
So when we got him, actually physically got him at the end of July.
Mhm.
And COVID hit a bit earlier in Belgium than here. So they closed all the puppy training sessions.
Right,
and everything.
okay.
So he never had that. Then they stopped us walking. You could only walk, I think it was, can't remember, 1 or 2 kilometres of your house.
Right, okay.
And they were checking everybody's IDs. Where we lived at the time, his walk basically was around guard dogs,
Yeah.
throwing themselves at the fence. They never
Yeah.
got walked, barking, and I didn't
Yeah, okay.
realise, naively, looking back, how I think that affected him as a puppy.
Sure.
So once things started opening up again, which was a long time before
Yeah.
you could properly go
Yeah.
where you wanted, he then had really never seen another dog.
Yeah.
Except one that was barking and throwing itself
Sure.
at the fence. And I think that's the legacy
Yeah, okay.
we're still trying to deal with. I mean, I have friends with dogs and he's fine with them.
Okay.
When I walk, he can tolerate just about a dog in front or behind if it's far away.
Yeah.
A dog coming towards him, not a chance. He can't, it's total
Well, he's probably going to lose his
meltdown.
marbles now.
But what he does, which is a bit confusing, which you'll see, Aaron, is he does that play bow,
Yeah.
barking and lunging.
Yeah,
And
okay.
it's as if I'm not sure what to do. I don't want.
Yeah.
Do I want it or don't I want it? If we go for a walk and you
Yeah.
see a dog,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And,
And
of course,
does it-
everyone else thinks he's just
Yeah,
vicious
yeah,
and
yeah. And are his walks on lead, off lead, bit of both?
I rarely ever let him off, to be
Okay.
honest.
Okay.
He's always on a lead, so we used to always walk him in the woods, and then I had a lot of backwards and forwards with is it Sharon,
Yes.
and she said I would maybe not let him on such a long lead. So
Right,
then
okay.
We've been walking him on this length of lead, which he is much better on.
Yeah. Hey, dude.
But we do have much longer leads for him.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be honest with you, I do a lot of training. I walk him up and down outside the house and
Yep.
just hope to God nobody comes near us.
Yeah, okay.
I do that. I walk him in the woods nearly all the time because
Right.
I find it so
Yeah.
stressful.
Yeah.
Because you literally, I'm holding on to him for dear life.
Sure.
And I've got 3 slip leads and none of them will stay on him. I don't know if it's the shape
Right.
of his head.
Okay. What's your normal? You said you've moved away from harness now. What's your normal setup? Just lead and
I
collar?
normally walk him like this.
Yeah, okay.
Because I find as well, when he was on the 10-metre lead, even though we've just got a new one,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter whether it's 1 metre or 10, he's always at the end of it.
Always
and when you're at
wants
the end
more.
of a 10,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like nearly dislocating my shoulder.
That's a lot.
And when also if a dog comes trying to get 10 metres and hold him
Yeah.
close is
Yeah.
very difficult.
Right. What I want to do is I want you to just take his lead and just kind of mooch in here as if it was anywhere else. Nothing special. I don't expect anything. All I want to do is just see. I'm going to go and get a dog. I
Yeah.
just want to see what he does, how he does, why
Okay.
he
So
does.
do you want me to keep it loose?
Whatever you would normally do.
Okay.
Treat this as if you was just in
Yeah.
your woods.
Okay, my words, I would just keep
Yeah,
it
just
loose.
whatever is
Yeah.
normal.
Okay.
All right,
Humphrey.
and we'll
Good
just
boy.
see what unfolds.
Nice seeing it. Come on. He's already. Humphrey, come on. Come on, good boy. Come on. Humphrey, come on, good boy. Humphrey. Humphrey, come on, good boy. Come on. Good boy, come. This way. Oh. Watch what you're doing, silly.
Bye.
Come. Come on. See, if this was me normally, I would have just turned and gone the other way.
Run away.
Yeah. Hey,
He's super frustrated.
leave. Humphrey, leave. So he doesn't always bite it, but when he does, I think it's when he knows he can't
Yeah.
get away. I'm not.
Hank, this way, buddy.
Hey, come on.
And is this what you'd expect to see from him?
He's normal. He'll normally bark and bark and
Yeah.
bark.
Okay.
Come on, then. And he's. See, he's
Come on,
gone
buddy.
now.
Well, that's not fun, is it?
No. And actually, because we did have a bit of distance, he wasn't as pully
Yeah.
as he. If you're in a smaller area, sort of walking along a road,
Yeah, that's a lot of energy up and down.
he's up and down, and
Yeah.
you've only got a path. You know, depends, not very wide,
Yeah.
that you're trying to keep him on and not get pulled into the road.
Have you got a preference for the side that he walks on?
I generally walk him on here, but to be honest, it depends which shoulders you're less sore from being pulled. Because I can,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. See, I can walk him. When I walk him, I walk him. If I'm walking along, say, the road, I always
Yeah.
walk him to heel, and
Yeah.
he's really good. But the thing is, when he pulls like that,
He really pulls.
your arm
Yeah.
is coming out of its socket.
Yeah, yeah. What we want is for this to only ever really be steering.
Yeah.
Once this becomes restraint, he's going to get pissed off of it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and he's going to get frustrated, and he's going to do everything he can to wrestle against it and,
Yeah.
and try and tell us what it is he wants to do. Which, in all fairness, I think is to just run around and have the best time ever. Yeah. But I need this to be like non-negotiable.
Yeah.
I'm not asking him if he fancies it. Would you mind coming this way?
Yeah.
We're going that way.
Yeah.
Or we're slowing down, or we're speeding up, or we're not going to go over and see that person, and we're not going to go and bark at that dog, and blah, 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 blah. As soon as it becomes wrestle and dragging and all the rest of it, then we've kind of already lost. Good boy. So the first thing we need is to make it non-negotiable. I don't want that to turn into we're just going to choke him to make him do what it is we want.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a likely outcome on a slip lead. But I'm also not just going to drag him here, there and everywhere on his flat buckle collar
Yeah.
because, well, one, he's stronger than I am, and two, that's not really
Yeah.
the best way to do things. Yeah. Humphrey, let's go, bud. You've got the fattest tongue. Please, good boy. Ah. Sit. 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 But he can't help that adrenaline. Yeah, he's not choosing to get that worked up. It's just that makes his body go fucking hell, and it all just comes bursting out of him. Yeah.
We've been working trying to sort it for 4 years. Whenever if because we've been doing lots of your videos and stuff.
Thank you.
If we're walking,
Two things that I want to talk to you about. Is that gate shut? Yeah. Go on in. Fuck off for a bit.
So now I'm staying with you, Aaron. You've got treats. I'm free.
He's obviously very strong and explosive when he throws himself about, and that's a lot to be on the end of the lead. Yeah, that's quite a handful.
Good boy.
But more important than that is he is so over the threshold. He is happy just to hang all his weight.
Do you see that? And that's why.
Yeah, and you get that. I mean, you would have heard of that horrible, gaggy, retchy type shit going on. Yeah.
That's why I think I struggle with the slip lead, because he is. A quick pull up is actually him prepared to.
Oh yeah. He's more than happy just to take all that. Yeah. And it's because he is far too over the threshold. And what we don't get with that is a usable physical correction. Yeah, you could do that all day long, and he'd go, yeah, no worries, and he'd just gulp and gulp and gulp and gulp, and he'd stay all worked up and over the threshold. He's well happy. Do you know much about prong collars?
Only what I've seen from you online, and I had a quick chat with Sharon about it.
Okay.
But she said not to get one, not to do anything at the time, because obviously I was hoping to come
Maybe
here.
7 actually. I'll take this off because that wastes time. A prong collar, obviously they look vile, which is the biggest downside to a prong collar. A prong collar gives us multiple points of contact, whereas a slip gives us 1 point of contact around the entire circumference, or just a normal flat buckle collar gives us 1 point of contact, but on the front of their throat. Yeah, so it's right into their trachea. And obviously a slip collar just constricts. A prong collar disperses that through every point of contact. The first thing it does on his end is it takes away that choke sensation, which we've got to try and stay away from. What it does at our end is basically gives us power steering. That's the best way to look at that. It amplifies everything, not so you can use more, but so you just have to use less. It takes away that kind of feeling of you want to wrap the lead around your hand and brace for him just throwing himself about, or just kind of carting him off because he's got himself all worked up or whatever.
I've done that. I brought 2 fingers doing that.
But there you go then.
Because it's very difficult to hold him, isn't it? As
very,
you've seen when
very,
he's pulling.
very difficult.
So whilst you all
and he
say,
backs up and he
"Don't
takes
do that,"
another bang forward, and then he backs up and goes again and it's far too. It's exhausting.
Strong,
it's exhausting. This takes a lot of that away, but again, it's horses for courses. A lot of dogs respond very well, a lot of dogs don't respond very well. So it's about working through what works best for him. Good. Find it. Good boy. Good. You're just gradually conditioning him that pressure means he can come back and collect it.
I think sometimes though you've got to get to that stage that we are with him. To sometimes be able to accept a knee collar or a
And the reality
prong.
is that when people actually spend the time to research the truth about this sort of stuff, it's like, I think it's hard because people... Humphrey, hang on, dude. People don't understand them, and that's fine. There's a lot of things I don't understand. But there's so much misinformation about certain training tools. And to make a decision or a judgment call on something that you don't understand, I think is a dangerous thing to do. I'm not just going to hold him back and restrain him, or like earlier on where he's taking tons and tons of force through that leash, and then he's got that horrible gulping. Like I don't want that.
No.
I'm not going to get what I want at the cost of him having to be choked. Good boy. But what I do need is the ability to, like what you said earlier, just sit and have a coffee or whatever, and let the world go by and it not completely consume him every single time.
Which I think it does at the moment.
Yeah, I think it does. But we need, like the whole catch-22 thing, we need exposure. We need to be around stuff, people, dogs, noises, whatever. Good. Good boy. Sit. He's got to be able to learn that the other stuff can go on, and it doesn't concern me.
Yeah.
It's going to be there whether I like it or not. And actually, I can still get on and do my thing. I can still mooch around. I can still sniff. I can still earn stuff.
See, that seems to interfere with that fixation, doesn't it?
It helps interrupt that constant knee-jerk response every single time. And bearing in mind, this is probably the worst picture as well, because he's got too much lead, he's out in front of me, I can't really do a lot. If he does react, all I'm going to end up doing is pulling back. Like there's tons about this that's not right. But even so, this is just him slowing down enough just to kind of go, or it is just a dog. Good boy, let's go, buddy.
Can't tell you
I'm free, let's go. Good.
when he's ever done that. Looked at another dog and not gone ape shit.
But also, so far, all of my control is literally just finger and thumb. He's not got an issue with dogs.
No.
Yeah, he's got an issue with not knowing what to do with himself when he gets himself excited. Yeah, he's also not getting exposure like this, where he can learn. Well, they're going to do their thing, and I'm just going to do my thing. Yeah, where there isn't a need for all of that adrenaline the whole time. But we're also trying to not frustrate him as well. Yeah, it's got to work both ways. It's not all his behaviour, it's our inputs as well, obviously. But it took a shine to you, Balto. But it's about being able to get this kind of exposure, to being able to plot up on a little bench and let the world go by towards the end of a walk or whatever, and it not be a frigging drama every time something might be going past us. But the world needs to be non-negotiable. Yeah, I'm not asking, would you mind please coming this way? It's we've got to go that way. Or we're not lunging towards that person or dog. I just need my sit or my down or my heel or whatever it is that's going on, you know. So we need him to believe that the only way this pressure goes is for him to move in the direction of it.
Right.
Yeah, not fight against it. Okay. I know. So I want you just to wander randomly in here, and you can have the whole length of the lead or whatever's comfortable. And the only real rules are you cannot pull.
Yeah.
If he pulls, there's a little bit of tension, a little nudge down the lead, if you like.
But do you nudge and turn away?
You don't have to, no. Just a nudge for him to give you that little bit back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other rule is if you've decided that you're going that way, you're going that way.
And he has to come.
Correct. Yeah. I just want you to do a little bit of that.
Can I have a hand?
Yes. Click that on you if you want. It weighs a ton. Just very randomly, just wander.
Go on then.
Just make it very non-negotiable. And you'll probably feel that you don't need as much input as you're used to. Yeah? And then you can gradually adjust. I mean, to be fair, he walks quite nicely anyway.
He is until he sees another dog. He's very good, actually. Come on. So do you just slightly pull it, Aaron, or you're not pulling up at this stage?
No, at that point, no. If he was next to you in a hill, then yes, you'd pull up. But this is more of a directional pressure.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the more horizontal you make it when it's directional, the easier it is for him to follow.
Yeah.
We're always just trying to move around with no pressure. So when you do have to use some, you want to try the goal is to turn it off as fast as you can. I think a lot of people, especially with slips, they'll put the pressure on and then they end up turning it into a bit of a drag.
Well, you've seen what happens.
Well, yeah.
You pull up and he's hanging himself on it, literally.
And the other thing I want you to look at the lead as is responsibility. And every inch of that lead is more responsibility.
Okay.
Yeah. So currently, there's not a lot going on apart from us.
Yeah.
We trust him with 6 feet of responsibility. Yeah. But then when you're in a situation where maybe it's a bit narrow or there's stuff going on or there's just another dog about, I don't trust him with 6 feet worth of decision making. Yeah.
I don't at all.
So casually, that lead needs to get shorter.
Yeah.
If you turn it into a big drag backwards, that's not casual at all. Yeah. So you might need to recall him back in, or maybe you just take an extra large step or whatever just to shorten the leash down. But whatever you do, you don't want to turn it into, oh fucking hell, there's a dog coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be as casual as possible. Yeah. But
the other thing I'd like to not have to do is when we're walking, which probably isn't ideal for him either. My walk consists of constantly, unless
Oh,
we're in
you're
an open bed,
scanning.
scanning,
Yeah,
is
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
going to come there? Could
Yeah.
that happen then?
Yeah. No,
And even
you
though you
still,
try and
there is
keep-
always an element of you need to keep your
Humphrey?
wits about you. And you can't, he tries to not
Yeah.
snatch and then he just can't help himself.
Gently. Yeah, so that was very gentle
Yeah.
for me.
But yeah, there's always an element of still having to keep your wits about you because you need to be as proactive as possible. And I don't want to end up like right on top of someone and then going, oh, hang on a minute, what am I supposed to do here?
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to have made that decision like 10 metres ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't want to be walking around going, fucking hell, fucking
Yeah.
hell, fucking hell.
Which,
It's stressful.
come on, this way. Humphrey. Come on. Good boy. Good boy, Humphrey. Good boy. Yes.
Spin him around and come straight back towards me.
Yes.
Nice. So that reward was actually all right then, but the goal would be to make that later and later and later and later.
Okay.
Because you don't want to get to a certain point, him expects something, it doesn't come, and he goes, oh, f this then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ideally, the reward will come after you've gone
Yes.
through that
Humphrey,
scenario.
Yes.
But if it's early days, then reward as soon as you need to.
I'm trying to enjoy the party.
Yeah. Good, well done.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Humphrey.
Nice.
Good boy. Come on.
Good boy.
Yes, Humphrey. 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 Good boy, yes. Yes.
Good.
Good boy, Humphrey.
Nice, well done. Good boy.
Good boy. He likes your dry food.
Only the best.
Good. Yes.
Good, well done.
Yes. Humphrey. So he's not bothered. Is that because he's still...
That's because we're right up his
Taking in,
backside.
yeah.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
Little verbal marker or
Yeah.
whatever. Even if it's just a good boy and a pat on the head,
Yeah.
like it's absolutely fine. And if you offer something and he doesn't take it, it's really just bung it back
Yeah.
in the pouch and you just carry on.
Good
It's not
boy.
the end of the world. Good lad.
Good boy.
And then of course, I mean, this is a relatively unrealistic situation. If you was trying to walk through the park and you had 3 people circling around you, I'd probably be more inclined to ring the police rather than anything else. But as this kind of dilutes down, he can have a bit more lead. And
Yeah.
the wall can actually start going down on the floor in front of him rather than straight into his mouth the whole time. Good. So this time, give him a bit more leash, chuck all that on the floor.
Here, Humphrey. Find it.
Nice.
Good boy.